Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Chesterton's Jest, where we keep a critical eye on faith and culture, especially within the Catholic Church today. In an age where even church teachings seem to be shifting, we're here to explore and question the ideas and changes that challenge timeless truths. Through thought-provoking, often humorous perspectives, we aim to bring clarity to conversations others might avoid, holding fast to orthodoxy with the courage to question what feels off track. If you would like to join us as we dig deeper into the faith with reverence, wit, and a touch of Chestertonian insight, you can support this channel by gently pressing the like, share, and subscribe buttons in that order, and we thank you for your support. And now, without further ado, Fairy Tales and First Theology, or Why Children Understand God Better Than Adults. Chapter 1. On the Strange Superiority of the Small. Let us begin with a scandalous suggestion that children, the giggling, messy, peanut butter-smeared souls crawling across our floors, understand God better than the high towers of theology that reach into the sterile heavens of academia. When our Lord said, "Unless you become like little children, you will not enter the kingdom of heaven," he was not being poetic. He was issuing an ultimatum. The child kneels, not because he has concluded that kneeling is an appropriate liturgical posture, but because God is big. The child believes, not because he has resolved the problem of evil, but because he still senses that goodness is not a theory, but a person. Meanwhile, the theologian adjusts his spectacles, strokes his beard, and proceeds to doubt the existence of anything that hasn't been footnoted by someone in 17th century Switzerland. The child sees God in the stars. The theologian sees footnotes in the stars. Chapter 2. The Philosophy of Fairy Tales. Grown-ups hate fairy tales because fairy tales make moral sense. They remind us that things have meaning, and meaning has consequences. They assert, without apology, that some things are good and some things are evil, and that one must not merely dialogue with the dragon, but drive a sword through its throat. A modern adult will sneer at such simplicity, but that same adult will watch a Netflix crime drama for 6 hours, cheering for a detective to bring justice to a world where he insists there is no such thing. Children do not have this problem. They do not need a dissertation to know that the witch in the gingerbread house is evil. They do not demand a post-colonial reinterpretation of The Three Little Pigs. They understand without being told that there is such a thing as innocence, and that it is always worth saving. Fairy tales are not childish because they simplify life. They are wise because they do. The world is full of wolves. It is also full of grandmothers. It is full of traps and heroes and banquets and curses. And if you listen closely, it is full of grace. Chapter 3. Theology Without Tears. There is nothing wrong with theology. In fact, theology, real theology, is a kind of adult fairy tale. It's the true story where the dragons are real, and the saints really do ride in shining armor, and the kingdom really does break through the clouds. But modern theology has grown suspicious of anything that glows. It has become the study of God without awe, doctrine without doxology. The modern theologian is like a man who has written a 400-page manual on how to fall in love, and wonders why no one invites him to weddings. Children, on the other hand, pray. They sing. They cry out to God with sticky fingers and scraped knees and absurdly sincere requests. Dear God, please fix Grandma's hip, help my goldfish live forever, and make Daddy stop being mean. That's theology. Hot, fresh, and honest. The grown-up theologian would edit such prayers for theological accuracy. God prefers them raw. Chapter 4. Why grown-ups forget God. We forget God because we grow clever. We explain everything. We invent terms like emergent consciousness and anthropic fine-tuning, so we don't have to say miracle or creation. The adult needs a reason for everything. The child only needs a cause, and God is a very good cause. Children do not demand that the universe justify itself. They accept it with a squeal. They do not walk through the world asking, how, but shouting, wow. The moon is a silver plate. The wind is a game. The rainbow is a promise. This is not ignorance, it is reverence. The adult, meanwhile, believes in data. He believes in government-approved experts and peer-reviewed despair. He believes that man is a meat machine, morality is a social construct, and life is a cosmic accident. And then he wonders why he is depressed. Chapter 5. Fairy Tales as First Theology. Let us be clear. Fairy tales are not an escape from reality. They are a training ground for it. They teach a child that courage matters, that evil must be resisted, that promises are sacred, and that beauty is worth dying for. What is the story of Christianity, if not the most absurd fairy tale ever told? A virgin gives birth. A carpenter is God. He is killed, and then not dead. He feeds people his body. He lives in bread. He commands love, promises heaven and defeats death. It sounds like something from a child's picture book, and it is. God wrote his gospel in the language of the little ones. It is not childish to believe it. It is childish to scoff at it. Chapter 6. Saints' Stories and the Shape of the Soul. Saints are what fairy tales look like when they come true. St. George really did slay a dragon. St. Francis really did talk to animals. St. Therese really did believe that little acts can conquer the world. These are not legends. They are signs. A child who is told the story of St. Joan of Arc understands heroism better than a gender studies graduate student ever will. A child who hears about the miracle at Fatima has a clearer sense of cosmic drama than most bishops. A child who sees a crucifix understands sacrifice. He may not explain it, but he sees the love that bleeds. Adults want facts. Children want meaning. God gives both, but only one will kneel for it. Chapter 7. The Return of the Child. In the end, we must all become children again. The problem is not that grown-ups believe too little. It is that they have forgotten how to believe at all. The child believes God hears him. The grown-up is open to mystery, so long as it never interrupts lunch. The child believes that right is right and wrong is wrong. The grown-up believes everything is a matter of nuance, except his own opinions. The child kneels to pray. The grown-up kneels only to tie his shoes. But there is hope, for God is not interested in your IQ. He is interested in your yes. And the child still says yes. Yes to wonder, yes to goodness, yes to the impossible story of salvation. So read them fairy tales, light candles, tell them stories of saints and angels and the God who made giraffes and thunder and stars. Let them worship, let them weep, let them believe. And for heaven's sake, follow them. They may be the only ones left who still remember the way home. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed today's video and share our passion for defending the true faith with a touch of humor, be sure to head over to chestertonsjest.com and check out our collection of bold, pro-Catholic graphic tees designed to spark conversation and inspire conviction. Whether you're looking to wear your faith proudly or share a laugh, we've got something for everyone. Visit us today and join the movement, because in times like these, it's more important than ever to stand firm in our beliefs with style and wit. As Chesterton once said, a madman is not someone who has lost his reason. A madman is someone who has lost everything except his reason. So, let's keep our reason and our faith intact together. Thanks for listening. God bless you, and may the good Lord be praised.